Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time you all are watching this. Hello, my name is Shelby Vaughn. I'm joined by my partner,
Linzi, Wiley.
And we are representing the Saginaw Career Complex in the competition Health Education. For our project, we decided to focus on sexually transmitted infections as our topic. Our goal when educating our peers on STIs was trying to spread the word on how quickly STDs can spread from one person to another. Another goal we had was to get the conversation flowing about taboo topics such as sexual wellness, so we can better assist adolescents in things they need to be educated on.
When we were going through the planning process of figuring out what we wanted to do about this topic, we decided to start looking at the statistics from the Saginaw County Health Department. The Saginaw County Health Department states that the 15 to 29-year-olds are at the highest risk of getting an STI in Saginaw County. 1 out of every 2 people in Saginaw, Michigan are estimated to have an STI at some point in their life. This is why we decided to target the freshmen at my home school, Merrill High School, and teach them about STIs. That way we could educate them before they have to get into that age group of 15 to 29 years old where they're at the highest risk.
With these statistics in mind, we decided that this was definitely something that needed to be talked about, especially because we are residents of Saginaw County. We believe that many people in Saginaw County deserve an accurate and thorough sex education, with adolescents being the main priority in general. With such demanding curriculum and health classes in high schools, sometimes sexual education is thrown on the back burner. However, many students don't get the proper education in general all throughout life to make well-educated decisions regarding their sexual activity. To combat this, we decided to focus on the topic that is excluded the most, sex education.
The value of our lesson was we were going to educate students before they had to go and educate themselves. We were going to give them all the information that they needed to know before they got into that 15 to 29-year-old age group. Once they got into that age group, we knew they were at high risk. So we wanted to go just under that in order to make sure they had all the information they need.
For our lesson plan outline to represent our project, we decided to have 3 most common STIs, and we decided to do our presentation focusing around that. So for our project, we decided to grab an individual group of 21 students. In this picture here, you will see them circle around the desk to do our activity, which we'll explain right now. So for our activity, we had 4, these are using our examples, we had 4 people who are on different kind of sexual explorations. So our friend Sally has one of our most common transferable STIs in Saginaw County, which is chlamydia.
Sally then spread it to Johnny, Henry, Theodore, Otis, and Ollie.
With Theodore being one of the people who were the recipients of chlamydia, he has been given a bug which represents either gonorrhea or chlamydia, which he has.
Sally also spread it to Henry, but Henry has a star on the back of his card. This represents him using a condom to protect himself against getting an STI,
which further prevented him from also having chlamydia. Now we have people like Calvin who have no one on the back of his card because he prevented chlamydia by practicing abstinence. In this, we also had alerts for the participants knowing that Sally has been infected with chlamydia.
The role that each of us played in planning this presentation was, since there was only 2 of us, we really worked very closely together in order to make sure that all the information and the thoughts that each of us had were conveyed to the students and told to them what we wanted to make sure that they knew before they got into the age group where they were at risk. For the feedback tools, we used a pre-test and a post-test system. We gave them a pre-test when we walked in to measure how much information they had before we gave them any information. The average pre-test score was a 2.8 out of 8. We then gave them a post-test after we went through the activities and the presentation with them, and the average score was a 5.3 out of 8. From there, we asked the students if they would find this information useful at some point in life. 21 out of 21 students thought this information would be useful at some point in life.
Thank you so much for joining us in our presentation,
and we will see you at States.